Dude, Sega!
Hooked on a feeling.
Welcome back to Talking Freaking Rad.
Cole has a big bag of Swedish fish in his room.
I do. I should go get it.
You know,
I'm gonna go get
your
it.
Swedish fish, you know what it makes your room smell like?
Does it make
I'm gonna...
you run?
He's so excited. No,
That's the fastest I've ever seen him move.
You know what's funny, dude? Is he'll come out of his room, like, he'll open the door after he just had a long game session, and it's just like freaking just gamey sweat with just a punch of Swedish fish. And it's like, whoa.
So it's the gamey sweats on the front, and then that fruity just pushes it through. Sponsored. Throws inside his bowl.
He gives Thane one. Can I donate mine to the Thane Sweet cereal bowl?
No.
Let me just throw it in.
No.
It's just like that cereal thing we did.
We made fun of you while you were gone.
I know. I can hear it.
You'll be able to watch it or listen to it.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 7 of this podcast. Is this even considered a podcast? We're like unprofessional.
I would
As
say
can
it's
be.
a podcast.
What's the definition of a podcast? Let's talking.
This is just a conversation in our basement.
Isn't that what every podcast is in a sense?
That's a joke. It's a dumb joke. Of course, it's a podcast. If you have more than one,
It's a podcast.
if you have more than one episode, it's a podcast.
It is.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the only
What's your
definition.
definition,
That's the
buddy?
definition.
So is every single like video series we've done a podcast?
Seriously,
pretty
Pretty
much?
Everything's a
much.
podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that logic, then we have podcasts every day. We just don't
Our
record
vlogs,
them.
podcasts.
Podcasts come out 9 a.m. every morning, Mountain Standard Time, guys.
What about vlogs? Are vlogs not podcasts, or are they?
Vlogs
They're
are
vlogcasts.
They have vlogcasts.
Gosh. Okay.
Everything's a cast. You're a cast. I'm a cast.
I'm a
those
cat.
Potatoes are a cast.
Cast
Meow.
away.
Apple's a cat.
Yeah, if you poop, it's called a cast. Just kidding. You can delete that.
I'm leaving it in.
Delete that. Delete it now.
As long as we're a minute into the video, we're fine, right?
Hey, just delete that
Yeah, that's
instantly.
true.
Delete it right now. Just
That's
delete
true.
it.
Hey, just so you guys know, like YouTube is cracking down on their
yeah.
whole copyright thing. So we were meant to talk about this 2 episodes ago, but I always kept forgetting to bring it
Talk
up.
about immediately. Do
Yeah.
it right now. So
Yeah. So now, if someone's gonna manually copyright claim your video, they have to give a timestamp.
Here's 7 tips on how to avoid that.
Yeah. Tip number 1: eat a bowl of cereal. Tip number 2: leave the middle of the podcast
Tip
and don't
number
say
3,
why.
Just don't use anything.
I'm
that
sure
can
he's just
be
dropping off his
taken-
bowl, right?
Huh?
Yep.
He left. Oh, I was
He-
just
we-
saying.
We
left-
heard it anyway. We're
He
gonna
left-
throw it
he
into
left
the
his bowl
sink.
right there.
All right,
His
so
bowl cap.
going off of what Sky was talking about, though, I got to read this tweet from Middle Jesus Rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong tweet. Here it is. YouTube asked me during an upload if my video had any swearing, even light swearing, like damn or hell, gun violence of any kind, kissing, etc. This was required for monetization.
He doesn't have
Typically-
any of those things, right?
Yeah, not really. Maybe violent if you have video games.
Oh my! Everyone has that then.
Typically, my videos are family friendly, but times that are changing at YouTube, my friends. That's what he says. I should
Bro,
like
that's
that.
crazy. Like, unless you're freaking doing Elsa Spider-Man videos, you won't be able to make
We
any
could do
money.
Elsa Spider-Man videos.
It's literally-
Can I
it's
be
really-
Elsa?
Yeah, Thane will be Spider-Man.
You volunteered.
Hot
to be
diggity
Elsa right
dog.
away.
Did you say
Cole,
Elsa's
you-
your favorite character?
Cole, you really made a
Um,
beeline for that.
yeah,
that
well,
Elsa
I like
role.
all
wanna
the-
be Elsa.
I want Elsa. Me. That's because her hair, dude. Do you see the way her hair goes over her shoulder? That was
Do
kind
that.
of cool.
There's a lot of unfiltered things I want to say about YouTube.
Do it. Go.
So
Hey,
unfiltered.
if you just swear like a bunch right now, you're editing this podcast.
But yeah,
Then just say
so
the
I'm just gonna
just say the first 2 letters of the swear words you're gonna use. That's okay.
I'm gonna say that YouTube has become a bunch of poo.
You know what, Thane?
Good.
Actually, I just decided you can say whatever you want. We're a minute into the video.
Yeah.
oof.
I'm trying to paint him in
I'm-
editing it.
I'm just gonna.
He's not gonna edit it. He's more like this video's not coming out tomorrow if he edits it. I'm sorry, Sky.
Well, he did it. No, he
Go
did
ahead,
it once.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
YouTube are a bunch of puh. I don't know.
Susies.
They're a bunch of
Punching bags.
yeah.
No, use the first 2 letters and then use a different word at the end. I think it'd be cool.
Punching bags.
Yeah, it's like
Are a bunch of puthers.
There you go. Okay.
Disney.
Nice, nice.
I don't know.
And what else you got?
It kind of sucks.
They're a bunch of floor mats, and they literally like
just get walked on by all the
advertisers.
Yeah, advertisers.
I
want my shoes on YouTube.
They suck the.
They brown nose Coke.
Yeah, they brown nose Coke. They brown nose.
Anyone that'll give them money.
Local
Toyota.
auto dealers.
Local auto dealer.
Yeah.
Thing feels threatened. We should talk about that.
Oh, gosh.
No, there's-
Scared.
No, Google knows your location because I've seen several like here at
Local
blank
ads.
blank auto group. It's like that's in Utah.
You know what's crazy?
Just like local ads.
Is
yeah.
I looked up online because I was gonna go apply for jobs at car companies as a video editor, and I looked
Possibly
up
a
online.
salesman as well.
Yeah, possibly a salesman. You know, maybe do a little behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, I looked up online. I looked up the addresses of these two car companies that I went to. I went and visited them that day, and I came back and I saw their ads. And then the same day, Thane walks out and starts freaking out. He's like, "Dude, I just saw a local ad for a car dealer."
I get a bunch of local ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Google.
The other day I looked up some headphones I saw an ad for, or I heard about, and I've been getting ads for them ever since. Like it's.
Want to get around all that, guys?
Ad block.
block.
Ad block.
But it doesn't work on all of them.
Dude, it's
It works
crazy.
on YouTube.
There's a podcast I was listening to, and somehow it had a local ad in there. It's like, this is a podcast.
What if
they
they're local?
advertise for a local
What
ad?
if they're a local
Yeah, for a
podcast?
local place. Like,
They were sponsored by a local.
Or was it like
Like, what
a video ad that played?
no, it was an ad
They
like
said
in
we're
the
sponsored
podcast.
by. They said we're sponsored by.
like in the podcast.
So it's like
following
they're
you.
like, we're sponsored by your local thing.
Yeah, a local,
Dude,
no,
they're
like the
following
local
you.
thing here, in here. It's like, what the frick?
Where's
I gotta watch
where's their
this.
podcast?
I gotta
located
watch
at?
this.
I don't remember which podcast it was, but
Okay,
that
it was
doesn't-
ours.
You gotta
it's
remember.
like, no, it was not ours. No, here's the thing. Like, it was like I download the podcast so that I don't
Yeah, you
they
just-
play instantly.
Yeah.
And it was a downloaded podcast. It was all pre-recorded. There was an ad for a local place in there.
Do you still have it or no?
No, I don't remember which
It's
one.
like, hey, come
It's
on down to Steve-O's.
Darn you.
Use code Super Mega at the
Steve-O's.
Steve-O's checkout.
By the way, Steve-O's was a restaurant we had. It's not the
No,
celebrity.
No, Steve-O's from
Steve-O's.
freaking Wild Boys. Not Wild Boys, Jackass.
He was also in wasn't he also in Wild
Yeah, he
Boys?
was, yeah.
Oh, okay, I wasn't.
Yeah, it
on
was
that.
Steve-O's was a restaurant back in our hometown. So
Yeah, we got shut down for rats, I think.
Yeah.
It
They-
did not. It's
Rat.
good.
They kicked us out of our hometown.
I know that was a joke, but I still took it as real. I like Steve.
Look at him.
You don't know what my
Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about this.
Wasn't
now,
there a
okay? You
local-
talk about your thing, then I'll talk about my thing. What I was just gonna say.
all I was gonna say.
oh yeah,
is-
wasn't there a local
Nothing,
place
I
that
guess.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing.
I'm sorry that
No,
that I
he
cut
took-
you
Thane,
off.
let him go.
Wow,
let
look,
him go. You're
Thane
saying
actually caught it though that he was cutting
job,
off
Thane.
somebody.
You're
Well, because I
I wanted
pointed
to
it
say-
out.
as a
Oh, you
person.
did.
I wanted to say a thing on the rats. I remember
Okay, after, yeah.
wasn't it Colby who like
You just kept going.
wanted to go to this place and they got shut? Oh yeah, we went to Lagoon.
New story.
Zay's girlfriend.
Oh, the ice cream place.
Yeah, they wanted to go to the ice cream place, and she looked up and got shut down by health inspectors.
Are you sure it's for?
FDA.
Where's we don't know if it's
Jeez.
for
Not the-
rats.
is it the
though.
FDA?
It was yeah.
Food and Drug Administration. I feel like they do that.
All right, sorry, Sky. Go on with your.
All I was gonna say is my ooh.
Looks like we're not the only ones that bumps his microphone.
I had to bump it because I had to make up for you not bumping it.
You're welcome.
Thane, Zay, you better bump yours too. So.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, ready?
Why'd you bump it towards your face?
No, I just remember it was the first time I ever ate Steve-O's. I guess I shouldn't say the first time, but the first time I can remember is I was like 15, and the only reason I went is because one of my
A hot
friends. Well, yeah, she's very pretty, but one of my friends was dating a dude from my band. I wasn't in his band yet, but he was playing music over there, and I went and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. He was just playing guitar at Steve-O's.
I remember that.
Was it?
Oh, were you with me, Zay?
Yeah, dude. I
I'm
remember going
pretty
to watch
sure
their
it is.
shows.
Okay, all right.
They played there a lot, though.
Who
didn't
was
they?
this guy
Yeah.
dating? Oh, duh. Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
crap. How did
Yeah.
I forget that?
Come on, Cole.
Good job, Cole.
Come on, Dion Cole.
Oh, farted, dude.
wasn't me.
It smells dirty.
I guess it was Thane.
No, all far from dirty. Okay, wait, no, mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He was just gonna go.
he's gonna cut me off, you little cuck. All right, so there's this thing we've been talking about recently is how Cole isn't great at taking or picking up on our jokes.
No.
Yeah, our humor
The jokes
specifically.
that even that Thane makes, Cole doesn't.
Well, I'm okay. Well, Thane's kind of with me as well a little bit, so I can kind of get Thane's
No, but
stuff.
Thane rolls with it though. Like
Yeah.
Cole, like Cole
I
decides,
know,
like,
I just
that's
get
not a joke.
I
What
get
is that?
I get defensive really quickly.
Yeah, sometimes we make jokes that.
Everything I get defensive.
Sometimes we make jokes that we say them in a serious way, but like it's obviously it's a joke.
Sarcasm.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's not obvious because I'm
And
not
then Cole's
obviously
like,
picking up
dude,
on
that's
it.
my favorite guy.
No, you're wrong. That's not true. It was
That's
actually
my
this.
favorite bread of brand.
bread of bread.
And then he just gets upset. It's just like, I don't know. What
I
to
feel
do
bad.
here.
Then I just go cry in my
Yeah,
room.
you know-
And then we kind of hug for a little while, and then he gets mad again.
Yeah.
It's like
the only way to like recharge his energy is if him and Thane Sapoon.
No.
Titty in my hand.
You know what's funny is
Nice.
Nice. No, that's not what he says. That's not what he says.
Duck hard in the butt.
duck hard in the butt. Kitty in my hand.
Shale, yeah.
Shave your neck. Mailman.
What?
No.
What?
What was funny
He's
is
delivering the
is
package
It was like
thing.
Cole's second or third week here, and he went and bought some like seasoning salt, and Cole's cupboard was full of like macaroni because he has a lot of mac and cheese and
I
ramen.
remember this.
He likes it.
Macaroni.
And
Macaroons.
he asked me because I had seasoning salt in my cupboard, and Cole brought his seasoning salt. He's like, "Hey, can I put my seasoning salt in your cupboard with the rest of the seasoning salt?" Which makes sense.
Yeah, I want to pause real quick.
This guy just
You
said-
pointed out that my cupboards were full. That's not any reason
guy
why.
just said-
I could have put them in my cupboard just fine. They were just
Sky
too far.
insulted into his face.
They're away from the oven. That's or not the oven. The stove.
The griddle.
They're away from the
It's
stove.
the McGriddle.
And so that's why I wanted to put in Sky's cupboard because his cupboard is right by the stove.
Everybody wants to put it in my cupboard, Cole. Let's be honest.
Oh,
That was a bad joke.
He's crying because it's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. Thank God. Thank God it's not
Are
true.
you complimenting yourself, or like are you trying to like boost your streak?
Trying to boost my ego. Anyway, Cole's like, "Hey, can I put it in your cupboard?" And I was like, "Yeah, Cole, put it in my cupboard and fill up the whole thing. Why don't you?" And he's
It's
like,
a little pack
he's
of
like,
seasoning
he's
salt.
like a little tiny guy. He's like, "Well, geez, guy, I'll just put it in my own then, or
Walks
whatever."
away.
I was like, "Dude."
He takes it into his room to save space.
Just throws it out the window. I don't need this anyway.
It's only going to your cupboard or none, Sky. Yours or none.
And so I was like, "Yeah, Cole, you can put it in my cupboard." Jeez, I hate it when you guys ask me for stuff. You're like, "Hey, can I have like some water, dude?" Like, yeah, drink, please.
How about that text message yesterday when I asked for popcorn?
Oh, I was like, he's probably ate it because I read it like 3 hours later.
I
You
didn't-
waited,
I waited, yeah.
bro. Cole,
I had it for the movie being thing watched.
listen, this is like my philosophy. If there's something you want that I have, take it.
That doesn't feel right though, because I can't just take it.
Yeah, my virginity. My
Teach my
virginity.
virginity.
I can't just take it though, unless
No,
you just
I
give me
appreciate you
permission.
guys asking, but you guys can have whatever of mine, as long as it's. I don't like sharing my women.
Which one?
Wow,
Or
why'd you
bathroom
go
time.
right to that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't like
We're
sharing.
talking about household objects.
I think
You
Thane's
go to-
done with this conversation. He made car noises.
He's trying to make peeners on the audio.
Oh, that's exactly
Fun.
what he's doing.
I'm looking
You're
at the
right.
audio. I'm looking at the audio thing, and I just see like all
Trying
the
to get the
waveforms
spikes.
going.
He's trying to get the spikes.
Oh,
He's trying to look like a wiener.
Oh, that's not good. Oh.
Yeah, the point is
the shaft's too
Thane's
narrow.
okay at getting our jokes.
Try to make it. Try to make it. It's a little stub.
Oh.
No, Thane, you gotta go.
Do it. No, do it now.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guy got a
Yeah.
first try.
No, wait.
It's a backwards
We should be recording this too, Sky.
Look, I did a little
No.
piddle. I got a
No.
little piddle out of there.
No, it's stupid.
It'll
Don't
out.
record this.
How
That's
about
an anteater. That's a seriously a sword, dude. I just
This
made,
won't work for the. This won't work for.
I just made a sword.
boop boop boop?
Okay, let's-
What's mine, guys?
Oh.
Cole, yours is a chode.
Uh-uh.
That is-
Oh.
Oh.
Boop, boop.
Uh,
Did he?
Beep beep beep.
Oh.
got me a little baby one.
All right, Tay, we get it.
This is the worst part of the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're just trying to make peeners, but at least you
Yeah.
guys can see it. Nah, just kidding. I don't want to even show
The
you
top
guys.
one looks the best one. Track
Yeah.
one.
You're
That one on
welcome.
the left. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
you're
Drano
welcome.
thing,
You
but-
see the stuff coming out of it too?
Okay.
Kinda looks like
I tried to do that too.
Oh, looks like your boss.
Okay, do you guys want to know something cool here? I'm going to show you guys.
What if I said no, Sky? I don't want to see nothing cool.
So we went to an arcade
Is
on
that a joke?
we went to an arcade Friday night, and I'm going to show you guys.
No.
No. I don't have it.
Deleted?
No, it's on my computer.
Rip.
Okay, we were at an arcade, and me and my dad.
Someone win a jackpot.
Well, yeah, because I go to arcades to play all the games. I don't care about the tickets, and it seems like. Thank you.
Is that what today's generation is?
Yeah, they're just all about playing those like. It's like nickel slots, dude. I swear, little kids, if they want to gamble, they just go to arcades and then play those ticket games.
He shook his head no.
But anyway, so me and my dad spent like. So if you go to a nickel arcade, every game's a nickel. Well, not every game, but most games are nickels. You know what I mean? Instead of paying like 4 quarters for a game, it'd be 4 nickels. And
Which
so
is a pretty great deal.
yeah, hell yeah. And if you spend $5, dude, you can play for hours. But me and my dad, there's the hot shootouts where it's like the 2 basketball hoops by each other and you just fling balls. Me and
It's
my
not
dad.
virtual. You have to use your actual
Yes,
arms.
this isn't VR, dudes. But me and my dad spent probably at least a good hour and a half just playing that. Like, we'd play that for 20 minutes. We'd go play other games. We'd come back to it because we're trying to beat the record. And when we first got there, the record was like 50, and we completely destroyed it. And then me and him kept trying to one-up each other. And he got like 85, and then I got 86, and then he got 90, and then I got 94, and then he got 95, and then we capped out at 97, dude. We almost broke 100. But to score 97 points in 40 seconds is pretty crazy.
Yeah, were you guys using all the balls? Like, would you like
No.
give them? Oh,
It was
wow.
just 4. It was 4 and 4. But one of the machines was
Wow.
broken. It wouldn't count them all, so we were just playing on the other one.
Oh.
But anyway, people were watching us, like, just make all these shots. And then other people would come after and play after us, and they're getting, like, 25, 30
'Cause they're
points. if
freaking
that.
idiots.
And so after
They
that,
can't even use their arms.
yeah, after that, my dad walked away. He's like, we're going to come back in 10 years, and nobody's going to be even close to that score.
People are gathering around and be like, "Look, it's the basketball guys.
Look,
You guys gonna be
it's
the
the
legends."
And
Yeah.
you know what happened is they
Little
actually
kid came up, asked
they-
him for his autograph. Can
Yeah.
you sign my nickel?
Yeah. And he goes immediately he puts it into one of those coin machines because he's addicted. But I always thought that was dumb, dude. Like, all these little kids, and not just little kids, like pretty much people that don't like video games, go to arcades to win tickets to buy the dumbest prizes ever. They'll go spend $20
And get a
on
little,
coins.
like a little Chinese finger trap.
Yeah, and then they'll
Hey, those
buy
are kind of fun.
they'll buy like
Those
30
were the people.
Yeah.
We weed them out.
Exactly. They spend $20 to get 30 cents worth of candy and tickets. It's like, come on, guys. At least when I
There's
go to
wanna know
arcades,
why?
I like to play the games.
Do you want to know? Well, personally,
Cole
I
has high
prefer
hopes to win like the gaming
the
console.
Xbox. Yeah. Personally, I
Yeah.
like the arcade
50,000.
games that aren't like win tickets. It's like the arcades where
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you play video games. Actually,
Yep. That's what I like to
But-
play.
No, what
But
the top
I
prizes
will
were.
say that Thane is talking over
Sorry,
me.
so I saw say the top prize is PS4, Xbox One.
No, they're not
There you
there.
go.
It was a
Boom, said
freaking.
it.
It was like a lightsaber. It was like Luke Skywalker
Sometimes
snapped
the
in half.
really
lightsaber.
nice places, they do have those high-end prizes. But
No, I
you have
remember
to
the
spend
last time I
basically
went
your
there,
whole
there
life in
was a PS4, Xbox
Look at
One.
Skylar
the top
looking
prize.
at me. So, I kind of understand, like, it's not they're spending $20 just to get the candy and the crappy prize. It is they're spending $20 for the experience.
Yeah, an
And to cap
experience.
off the experience, they get some stupid prize for fun.
And they just
I got a
lose
There
like
question
are
for you,
some
though,
people
Cole.
that do grind the tickets to get that
Yeah.
fancy prize. but
What's fun about putting a coin in a slot
are
where
they doing
it
the
rolls?
one that like pushes the?
Yeah, it rolls in, and then it's just this thing that goes sweep.
Is that
sweep.
is the people just sitting there all day?
Oh, dude! Every
Those are
single
the
one of my
people
family
grinding-
members, every single
Oh,
one of my
really?
family members, besides my dad and I, were just sitting in there, dude. They were just like Vegas, dude, just throwing in.
That's
these
exactly
freaking
it,
coin
though. It's
slots.
gambling. It's kind
Yep.
of fun to see what you can get.
It was not worth
It
the
is
payout.
gambling.
Well, I'm not saying
Never
all
is.
games. I'm not saying
Dude,
all
they're
games are like that, but that one in specific
I know what you're
is
talking about. Yeah,
lame.
it never
it's
is
a
worth the
low
payout.
risk one though. So I mean, you can't not. I mean, I can't get
Low
rid of
risk,
it.
low reward, though.
Exactly.
I'm not judging anyone. I'd say play whatever the hell you want. When I go to arcades, I'm with you, Cole. I love playing all the old arcade
Hey,
games.
But the ball drop one where you hit the button and the bouncy ball drops in. That's probably my
That
favorite
one's Zay's
game.
go-to.
One of my favorite games.
Hey.
I always win on that one.
guys just say something about this nickel arcade? It doesn't just have ticket machines. They have like old arcade games too.
Where is it?
Oh, there's a bunch. We should go to
Where's the one you're talking about though? Because the one I went to in Ogden, there isn't one.
It was in Ogden. It was in.
There's a nickel arcade, but no
It
like.
was in like
arcade
West
games.
West Jordan. It was.
I'd like to
out
go to
there.
one with an actual arcade.
Yeah,
games.
like
Bro,
there's
it's
one
wicked
we
fun.
went to was had like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade.
That's a
machine
fun
in
one.
there. Yeah.
TMNT's fun.
Dude,
TMNT.
so we were
Is the
playing.
name.
I was playing Dig Dug.
The
Man,
lingo
I
is
love
very
Dig Dug.
cool.
I
Yeah,
suck rocks at it, but it's
TMNT.
really
There you
fun.
go, cool.
But there
That's
were
what
so
everyone
many
understands.
arcade games there, dude. They had Dig Dug, Donkey Kong, Contra, Galaga, freaking Defender. They had a bunch of Vectrex games.
Contra.
They had a Ghosts and
I don't
Goblins
think they had
one that when I
Vectrex games,
put
I
a
don't
quarter
believe
in, it wouldn't take
did.
it. It
Not a
didn't work.
Vectrex.
They did not have a Vectrex call. They had a Vectrex game,
What's a Vectrex game?
like a game that was on the Vectrex, like the cartridge. You know what I mean? Like you buy cartridges for Vectrexes.
I remember they had
One of those cartridge games was on it. It's like it's kind of like Asteroids, but there's one ship.
Mindstorm.
Maybe there's one ship in the middle with a bunch of like colors around it.
I still don't think it's called Vectrex though, because
No, it wasn't called Vectrex, but my uncle had a Vectrex growing up, and he said this was
Yeah.
the best game on the Vectrex.
If you're
if
you think one
Here,
of them
let me
is
look it
wrong,
up.
whoever
Yeah.
thinks they're wrong
Wait,
or right,
I
put a
agree.
comment.
Hey, I just want you guys to know
Comment
that
on
Cole
vid.
doesn't believe anything unless he sees it with his own two balls.
well, no, that's because I know about the Vectrex because I have
Pix-
one.
Pixar it didn't happen.
It's like the Vectrex has like maybe 32 games or something like that, and every single one of those games are their own games. However, each of those games are basically rip-offs of other games.
They're emulators.
I guess Pole Position, that's one that's not a rip-off of another game.
I remember pole position.
Yeah, Pole Position's fun.
I love that. I love getting in good pole position.
right here, Star Castle.
Star Castle.
Cool.
Okay, click on it. Click on the Wikipedia. Oh, don't click on that. That's not going to help us.
Images.
Well, I'm telling you, this is exactly
I understand,
what
but
it
go to
is.
the Wikipedia one.
Go to Wikipedia.
I got
see
it.
what it
Star
I wanna see
Castle
what it's
Hotel.
on.
That's
I wanna
originally
see if it's-
from.
that was a really cool looking hotel.
Oh, shoot. I saw it. It said arcade and actual Vectrex. Okay.
Vector arcade game right there.
Jeez,
Alright.
man. Cole thinks I'm just a dumb bag of bricks.
Skyler's pretty dumb most of the time.
Hey,
Every
I
once in a while,
won't,
he gets a home run.
I won't disagree with that.
He hits a home run
But
occasionally.
I understand, like,
I'm just
Sky-
saying, I didn't know.
So
I don't know a
disappointed.
lot about the Vectrex games. I just know that majority of them were made for that console specifically,
So
and that's
who
about
is the
it.
wet bag
So-
of hot dogs?
no,
right
no.
now?
I
Is it
actually,
Cole?
Cole
I
and
am,
I are
yeah.
both right
Okay.
because it was a Vectrex game that I was playing, but it was kind of like a revamped one. It wasn't. It wasn't the exact Vectrex
Okay.
game, but it was that. It was the exact Star Castle game, but they updated it a little bit from the
Gotcha.
Vectrex.
Vectrex is real cool, guys.
Oh yeah, it's wicked cool, dude.
That's
You
very-
should. Do you have a
love
picture?
Vectrex.
Well, I guess I could just look it up, but you actually own one.
I own one. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's at home.
And it works.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I only have the built-in game. I don't have
You
any
should-
extra cartridges.
You should
though.
tell your story about how you got that.
Okay.
You little weasel.
So this is back when I worked at Play and Trade. Pull up a picture. Let's show the people what it looks like. Sorry, audio listeners. So back when I worked at the video game store Play and Trade in our hometown, I was working there, and I walk in, and my boss and one of the girls working there, they're like looking at this weird like TV looking thing. They're like, "What the heck is this thing?" They're like looking up online trying to figure it out about
It's
it.
like Cubex.
And I walk in and I go, "Wow, when do we get a Vectrex?" And they both go, "You know what this is?" And I'm like, yeah, this is actually really super rare and everything. Like, oh, that's cool. I told them about it. And the guy that brought it in, he didn't actually trade it into the store yet. He just kind of left it there so that we could like research it, I guess, and decide if my boss wanted it. And after about a week, he came back, the guy that
It's
left
like,
it, and he's like, "So did you guys want it?" I'm like, "I don't know, let me call my boss." So I called my boss, and he's like, "No, I don't really want it." And like, okay. And so I told the guy, my boss doesn't really want it at all. And he's all like, then I started telling him, like, you can sell these things on eBay for like $200 and upward. He's like, yeah, but that's like, it's a lot of work. I don't really want to do that. And I said, I'm not really in the market for anything like this, but it's really, really cool. And he said, well, if you're not in the market, how much money would it take for you to be in the market?
Hey,
And I said, I got
$15.
$50 in my pocket. And he's like, sold. So I picked it up for $50.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Look how much they're selling.
Oh yeah,
Think about that.
they
though.
sell for
Cole had
expensive.
$50
Yeah.
on him right there.
I used to carry cash
And
all
it's
the
a funny
time.
thing. You
Cole's
could probably
loaded.
emulate every game that they have.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
out of all those prices, I would say the closest one to being realistic is the $399 one. I don't think that's realistic still though.
Probably like $200 to $300 maybe.
I'm thinking 250 is probably
That's
what they
still
sell
valuable,
for.
though.
Oh yeah, they're definitely
For a
valuable.
little
Maybe it's
freaking
because
square, bro.
of how many games they have. Like that looks like the full
Does it
collection.
just
of
plug into an
1500.
outlet or what?
Yeah, plugs into an outlet.
It's like a TV.
I wouldn't say 1500 though for all of them. I think that's like
Goodness.
that's a bad listing.
That's cool though.
All of these ones that they pull up are pretty bad. You actually have to go to eBay to look at them. So actually type in Vectrix in the search.
Who created this? What company?
I don't actually know.
Well, it's
I
independent.
think it's its own thing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Go on the left side. Go to show more. No, not show more. Go down. Actually, scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Jukebox hero.
Sold listings at the very bottom. Sold items. Click that.
Hey,
Okay,
So
so there's
everybody-
one a game. There's another game. $455 for the complete in-box console. There you go. $250. That's what they're worth. $250.
Hey, wait, I got something to interject. If you're going to buy something off eBay, especially if it's electronics, make sure you check where it's from. Because if it's from China, you might get ripped off.
That's true.
I'm not saying that everything from China is bad, but if it's a low price for what they're selling, it might be a rip off.
Yeah, I would recommend not buying any electronics from China unless you're in China and you know it's a good brand.
Yeah.
Sure, but I bought so much stuff from China that I kind of have a good idea of what's gonna be garbage and what's not gonna be. So pretty much what I've defaulted to is if it's clothing, I'll buy it because it's cheap and I don't really care.
Yeah.
But electronics, I definitely want good quality products.
Yep.
But that's just me.
I think it's everybody. No, that's not true. Some people do want some people don't really care. They kind of take that crappy stuff.
Because I bought some like Wii U controllers, the Pro controllers. It's like, wow, these feel kind of flimsy. I thought like these were better well built. And then I inspected closely. There's not only no Nintendo logo on here, but on the back there's supposed to be a sticker there. It's gone. It's like, oh, this is a cheap Chinese production.
I will say China's gotten better with their controllers though, because they typically take the molds from Nintendo and then they just make their own. So they use exactly the same molds. It's just different kind of quality plastic.
Yeah. I mean, the controller still works, but like it feels like
A little flimsy.
Yeah,
It's
it
because the
feels-
plastic's cheaper,
yeah.
pretty much.
Way to go, China. Well, I think
Yeah.
Zay's bought in a couple like rip-off brand Xbox controllers, and he's broke both of them, didn't you?
yeah.
I buy them from Bisboo.
Bisboo.
Yeah, I don't think they're rip-off.
But you broke the mold.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously.
third-
I'm just freaking hammering away.
No, if they're third party, the quality can differ.
this
Like
one?
if it's a Mad Catz controller. God.
yeah, no, I feel.
If it's a Mad Catz, you know Mad Catz, like
This song.
you know the joke. 5 minutes after
I don't
take a
know
box
Mad
of brick.
Cats. I only know Rad Cats.
Oh, 2 out of 5.
For anyone who remembers Mad Catz, they were a company.
It's a cool
I think
song.
I
there's.
remember Mad Cats.
Are they still around? I don't know.
No,
They might-
they went bankrupt.
yeah, they went bankrupt because you pull the controllers out of the box, and 5 minutes later they freaking break.
It's like great.
The Mad Cats controllers are like when your little brother needs a controller, so you give him the crappy one that your
Yeah.
mom bought, so you guys could both play.
Yeah.
I was the little brother.
Now there are some good third party productions, controllers that people actually put efforts into. They usually have like a retro aesthetic to them, or a really sweet design. They aren't just they don't take like the regular design, just maybe put like ridges on it, like what Mad Catz did with their GameCube controllers. No. Like some actually care about like the quality of their controller, and like says we're gonna make a cool controller, and it's gonna be built to last.
and cheap.
original
cheap, yeah.
Xbox controllers. I still have. I already made this. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but I still have Xbox controllers from 20 years ago that work great. Not
Mhm.
20
Yeah.
years, but almost 20 years old, and they still work. I bought Xbox One controller brand new, and within a month or two, it was starting to float. I got the floaty on the thumbsticks, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna argue Xbox One real quick because I've never had one break on me, and I've had mine since launch. I really like the Xbox One controller.
I
It's my
love them
favorite.
too, dude. But we've broken 2 of them. Like my
Unite,
little
Cole,
brother's broken
unite.
2 of them.
No,
Uh,
see, they throw them around and stuff.
Yeah,
They've got to, right? There's no way.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
I think the ones that come with the Xbox are the best ones, honestly.
if you take good care of your stuff, it'll last. But even then, dude, like my original Xbox controllers, I beat the piss out of
Here's
them, and they still work. They in the camera.
You're
turned
in
on.
them.
Oh shoot! I remembered a story from my childhood, but I'm not gonna tell on the podcast. I got other stories for
No,
today.
Cole, go ahead and tell it right now.
The other stories?
Yeah, do it right now.
You want
right now?
Oh, okay. I can't. I'm gonna wait through
I
things.
want
Okay,
to say that
say
No,
it.
Cole,
out
go
of
ahead.
out of the box, the Nintendo Switch controller, the right Joy-Cons,
It's garbage.
it's starting to float. The analog stick's starting
Thing,
to
that's
float.
fixable.
I know it's fixable, but it kind of pisses me
Thing.
off.
You
Thing.
know who else said
You
it? floats
just got to
thing?
go to your controller settings and fix it. It's easy peasy.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Why
that's
does
one of
it
the easiest
float,
things to
though?
fix.
Why is it
Yeah,
float?
why
'Cause you
does
put
it
so much
float?
pressure on it.
Because the newer controllers have like software built into them to do that kind of stuff. It's not like how they used to be, where it used to be all physical.
So it's not dust that gets in the little thing.
Nope.
Well, why is Nintendo getting sued for it then?
Oh, they're getting sued for I think the patents or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's something else with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Two
Because there's been so
of
many people that have said that. The floaty, like Skull
Two
Kid said it.
of
Oh, no, no, no,
Another
no,
guy
that
came
was-
in and watched
I
it.
know.
Oh, no,
They just don't know how
that's
to
what
work
they're-
their controllers. Like it's easy.
No, that's what they're
settings.
suing them for. The build. Like someone's suing them for like how the build quality is. And like
So
yeah.
I've taken apart a Joy-Con before. They're built really well, I would say. It's every single part that you would ever need to replace. It's super easy to replace. I replaced
Yeah.
a joystick on one once because we snapped off the actual thumb part of it. And
Oof.
it was one of the easiest replacements ever. $7 replacement. And I took it apart, pulled it out, put the new one in, done. Easy peasy. So people that are complaining about it just
Good
don't know how to
job, Cole.
work their controllers.
Cole, I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. Or even want to do any work at all.
That's most humans in general.
Bang.
They just
Yeah,
don't
so
understand
people
it.
suing them for the build quality. Do your research.
I think they're built fine. In the settings you can adjust the floatiness. Like it's basically just like recenter your joystick wherever it is lying. It's super easy to do. Like I don't know. I've never had a problem with them.
Sounds like you take good care of your stuff.
Cole's
I
just
try.
a good guy.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to hear my stories that happened at work
Yeah,
yesterday?
your interesting ones. You just left me freaking blue.
I left him
balling on.
hanging. I said, guys, I got 2 stories from yesterday work.
I'm like, okay, go ahead and tell him like a normal
And
human.
I said,
he's
no,
like,
I
walks
gotta
away.
save it for the
He
podcast.
throws down a smoke bomb and walks away.
I
Like, screw you.
Magic. So the first one's not super like funny. It's more serious, I guess. So I was driving a
Slash one of your
4-wheeler.
veins.
I was driving a
Big.
4-wheeler to spray weeds on, and I previously, like the previous load, I'd went up this little hill to just get to the next area, and this current load, I was on top of the hill, and I was gonna go down the hill, and I was gonna go down the same exact way that I went up earlier.
Mhm.
But I was a little bit too close to the right side and didn't notice because there's a bunch of tall grass and there's a little tiny cliff.
Were
And
you
the
on an
4-wheeler
ATV?
Rolled
You were-
over on me,
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Gosh.
but my adrenaline kicked in real quick.
And you pushed it off of you?
I kicked it off of me while it was still falling, and I rolled out from underneath it
Cole,
before
good
it hit me.
job.
Then I had to push it back over, and I just continued spraying like it was nothing.
Did you tell your boss?
Oh yeah, I told him.
Oh.
I'm not gonna keep that kind of crap to myself.
What did he say?
It broke one of the fenders a little bit.
Ooh.
He didn't care that much. He was like, "That sucks," but
Well, keep working.
yeah,
You
pretty
showed
much.
yourself.
I got really lucky that didn't hurt
Cool,
me.
good
In fact, I
job,
got a
dude.
scrape on my hand. You can barely see it. Then on my shin, there's a scrape. That's
Dude,
it. That's all I got from
You
it.
can break. You can break ribs from a
A
4-wheeler
huge
rolling on
freaking,
you.
yeah, a huge machine rolls on top of him. Cole just rolls out of it. It's like nothing.
Like I remember it
Racket
landed, like getting
magic.
close to landing me. I put my foot up and put my foot on the tire and pushed up and then threw myself out from underneath it and
Cole's
just
like,
watch it fall.
Plus Ultra.
His adrenaline, yeah, kicked in. Just, oh, bah, bah.
All right, so the other story. So
Bam.
I had to use the restroom, and
On
it
the
wasn't
4-wheeler?
number 1.
On the hydraulic,
I had
you're
I
taking
had
a
to,
poopy.
I had to take number 2, and mind you guys,
you didn't poop.
all
inside
you
the gas
audio and
tank.
video listeners, this may get graphic and nasty. So
So get ready. You're gonna.
I
Hear all
want
of
you,
it.
if you're squeamish, don't listen to this part.
Yeah, skip 5 seconds ahead, and you're still gonna be listening to it.
So I was driving back down, and I was like, I really got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I can probably hold it. Like, I keep going, and it gets bumpy, and I'm like, I cannot hold this anymore. So I'm on a desperate hunt to find a
I'm
plant
on the hunt.
with
on
like a
that
lot of big
value.
leaves on it, because I know I have to go, and it's happening now.
Oh, is it falling out of there?
It's getting close. I
Wait,
felt like I
Cole.
was prairie dogging.
Oh, so it was a solid one then. It wasn't like anything liquid.
So let me continue.
Oh shit! Oh, no.
So I see this bush, or not bush. It was like a little plant with like bigger leaves, and it was kind of by these trees. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I go over there, and at this point, I'm like, it's coming out. So as soon as I was off the floor, as soon as both feet touched the ground, my pants came off and exploded out.
Oh.
The first.
Get to the bush.
No, I got there. I parked right next to it. I parked right next to it. So the first thing that came out was like a chunk, like a solid size. But after that, it was an explosion. After that, it was complete explosion.
Splattered everywhere.
And I was just like, oh no, I'm
All
not
of
gonna be
your
able to
feet?
clean up myself. No, I prepared. I was prepared.
You squatted over.
I squatted real good.
But what about the family of squirrels that was underneath you?
They were not safe. They were
got
not
chocolate
scared.
rain.
So after that, I was like, I reached over, grabbed the leaf, and I grabbed. Yeah, the leaf. Or from the not the leaf. It wasn't a tree. It was a. I guess it was a leaf. Yeah, because plants have leaves, right?
Yeah.
So I grabbed a leaf because it was the big leaf right there that I parked next to, and I pulled it off and I wiped the first one.
Or was it dry?
Oh, it was green.
Oh, good job. 'Cause that
I
one
wiped
works.
the first one. Then I go to get another leaf, and all the leaves after that had holes in that. Like they weren't going good.
No.
So I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So I start running around with my freaking pants down on my knees, trying to
Take
find
your sock
bigger leaves.
Should have taken your sock
I'm
off,
like, I'm not
boy.
finding anything. I'm like, this sucks, dude. I can't do this. And I thought, I always wear an undershirt. So I pulled out my knife and cut out chunks, like squares, and I used that as toilet paper.
From your shirt.
For my undershirt, yeah. Chopped it up into chunks, like little squares.
No, he's freaking MacGyver! Dude, he's freaking Chuck Norris!
And I don't typically carry a pocket knife, but in my wallet, I have a credit card knife. So I had to use the credit card knife to chop up little chunks out of my shirt.
Awesome.
It was gross. It was a gross experience.
What'd you do with all the shirt? Do you leave it there?
I kicked a little hole and put dirt over them.
Oh. What about the turd? Did you cover that up or no?
I put some dirt over that too.
What about the explosion? You couldn't cover that
It was
one up.
nasty, dude. Like I was like, okay, it's solid, so I might not even have to wipe. And then after the first solid came out, the rest it was like a bottle, like a cork bottle. That's like the cork popped off, and the rest of it flowed out. Oh my gosh, dude, it was the worst.
You know what's funny, Cole, is I would say Zay and I are pretty high ranking when it comes to taking dumps in the wilderness. I've got tons of poop stories, dude, but I remember this one in specific that we were on like a camp for scouts. We used to be in Boy Scouts.
We were camping.
Yeah, we were camping and we were I don't know.
Cole, I'm so proud of you. Cole, way to be resourceful. I would have used my sock.
I didn't even think about sock. Plus, I didn't want to use my sock. I had to wear my boot the rest of the day.
Oh, it's true.
I don't know. Like there was a lot of things I thought about doing. I started looking around for bigger leaves. I was running around, I couldn't find anything.
At least no one was out there looking at you.
Oh yeah, I was in the middle of nowhere. We were
That's
good. We were
That's
good.
the best part. I was on your side. At least
Yeah.
you weren't like next to someone's house.
But like the worst part about it was how instant it was. Like I could feel it was coming. I jumped off the 4-wheeler. Soon as my feet hit the ground, my pants came down and it was gone. If I would have waited one more second, I would have the biggest mess in my pants you'd ever have seen.
Did you shotgun or did it just all come out?
Shotgun, dude.
Oh, just
Yeah,
a
dude.
little
It
far
was
behind it.
it was so gross, dude. Oh my gosh.
Wait, did it make a sound? You're like that.
I'm sure it did. I like
You're
PTSD
against
from
the
it. I can
dirt.
barely
Oh.
remember. I just
What
remember
noise
this,
did that
the,
make?
like the feeling.
It's the bush.
It's a bush.
It's like
I remember there's a bunch of flies around it too, and I was kicking the dirt over it.
That's disgusting.
You
Hey,
know,
what do you think about that? Are you proud of him for acting like that?
yeah.
He did well, I think.
No, I remember I went on. This is during the Scouts days.
I'll tell
and-
mine next. I decided I want to tell it.
And
You don't.
I do. It's
Oh.
just disgusting.
and
Not proud of
as
it.
you know, me being a clean person, like
He's a very
Very clean
person.
person.
Dude, the thing is, you leave a lot of things dirty, but you like to wipe things down. You're pretty
Yeah.
clean in that way. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I
Your
know,
room's a
I-
mess.
I know
You have
my room is
sunflowers,
not.
but you have bottles with sunflower seeds in them.
They're not there
At
anymore.
least you used to.
Yeah,
they
used
would
to.
ferment. You had like 5 or 6, and that was
That's how thing would get off, dude. That was as high.
I don't eat
Sunflower
sunflower
seeds?
seeds anymore because these braces. I don't want like.
oh yeah, mess them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But
So
that's weird.
anyways-
I don't know what-
So anyways, I remember going camping, and usually when I go camping, like I poop if there's a restroom there. I don't like to poop like out on the wilderness.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah, but one time it was like, all right, we're going on a little hike, and so we're going on a little hike, and I'm like in the back of the group, and like I feel something coming. I feel something coming.
Wait,
and I
how
was
old
like,
are you? Wait, how old are you? Wait, how old are you?
Shoot.
12 or 13, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's a good age. Imagine just young old thing just
Yeah.
running around. It's like, oh shit.
So like
Go to poop.
the
Ah,
group
I got
is
to poop.
the group is farther up. I kind of fell behind because my stomach was just killing me, and like there was something coming out. So I like went near a tree, and I was like, I gotta get out right now. I
So
pulled
you
up
held your
pants, and I thought it was coming, and then
It was a fart.
like for some reason it wasn't coming, and I was like, what?
You pulled your
Like
pants
I didn't wanna poop outdoors, so I like for some reason it held in. So like I ran back down to the restroom,
Yeah.
and I pooped in the toilet. I evaded pooping in the wilderness by I guess sheer willpower.
Good job. I'm proud of you too.
Awesome. He's ready to go,
I'm
and
so
he gets
glad
there,
you-
and his body says, "No,
No. So
we
glad you
don't."
poop in your pants.
I don't remember what happened after. I don't remember if I caught up with the group or just waited for him and told him, yeah, I had bad diarrhea, but
Was it? Do you remember his diarrhea?
it was diarrhea. It was like it wanted to come out.
Then how did you?
So
by
your
sheer
body's
willpower
like,
hold that in?
I don't know.
Your body's like, please. Your brain's like, no.
We
Our
can't.
clean selves, we can't. Go back. Mission failed. Hike
We'll
back.
get 'em back.
Hike back the mile to go poop.
Now, since I'm a grown adult, I could take a poop in the woods. I don't care. I just dig a hole. Just dig a hole and bury it. I know animals would probably dig that up, but who cares? Animals are dirty creatures. You just shoot, and people just shoot them.
With good reasons that you're
Yeah,
saying.
for hunting. Yeah.
So if
for
you have
hunting.
good
We're digging up
intentions,
poop,
if you
that's
have
why.
good intentions, you can kill an animal.
If they dig up poop, then you're allowed to kill them.
If
Okay,
you're
what if-
trying to survive out in the wild, the nice juicy deer, and you got a bow may have some sticks, and you just or you made a spear and you made a trap, and the deer triggers and right through its neck.
What is this? No, you need to do.
Who are you? If you've been surviving out there long enough, you probably.
What you need to do is you need to have two big logs tied up like this, and so when the deer walks in the middle,
Like the
meat left.
that's the ATST walkers on Endor.
yeah, then your deer will be tender. Then you go poop on its carcass. Show your dominance. Thane, I just want to say that your story was so anticlimactic, but the punchline at the end was great. Poop. Yeah, it was great.
I know. Yeah, like
My stomach. Can I tell mine, Thane? It's real gross. I'm not real proud of it.
Did you
that's
make a
the thing.
mess?
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
the reason why I didn't want to poop because I didn't have any toilet paper with me. Like if I would have pooped, my butt would have been poopy, and I would have to like run down back to the.
That's true. Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to clean up.
So you're
Yeah.
describing the situation to your 12-year-old self.
Yeah.
Poopy butt.
Yeah.
Poopy butt head.
I'm trying to keep it at least somewhat clean.
No, I would say
Unlike
that
your pants were that.
Yeah.
that's got to be probably one of the hardest parts about taking a dump in the woods is the cleanup. Because I remember
100%.
this was probably.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you're not really worried about that when you're going. You're like, I
that's
gotta
true.
go.
I
I was.
understand,
You
but
were, yeah.
That's why I was looking for the. Remember, I was looking for the plant with the leaves.
so the first time that I pooped out in the woods is I was not conscious about that at all. All I knew is I had to drop my shorts and let it out or I was going to kill myself. But we were at like this lake, and for some reason it didn't click to me to go poop in the river. Like I didn't do it, or it was a lake, not a river. So I go there's a knocked over tree, and I go over there and I sit and I just take it like I just freaking destroyed it, dude. And I was probably like 10 or 11. I was real young. I literally like. But what was disgusting, dude?
Beautiful. It's just young poop.
Like I didn't hang my butt over the log far enough. So
oh no!
when I pooped, dude, it like the first poop that came out was just like hit right there, right on the log. It's like, oh
Hey,
shoot,
good.
dude. So I got up. I got up and moved over. I moved over this way and then scooted back. I scooted back more. So I was hung over it. So I was made sure that I wasn't getting any more of
He
myself.
misfired it. He miscalculated.
Yeah, it was a miscalculation.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Gross. It wasn't my back, my cheeks, my butt cheeks. But anyway,
What'd you do?
I scooted back after I finished pooping. I was like, dude, now what do I do? And the only thing that was around me was just a bunch of grass. So I freaking picked all this grass and I balled it up, dude. I balled up this grass.
That's so
Yeah, it was disgusting, dude. I balled up this grass, and I would just like I'd try to wipe it without getting on me. So I'd wipe it, and then I'd just yeet the ball of grass behind me. I did this like 5 or 6 times, and it was not working at all. So what I
Someone
did,
slide through, get on your fingers.
I probably.
Oh man. They don't like that.
All I remember is after like the 3rd or 4th one, I'm like, dude, this isn't working. So I just took off all my clothes and I ran to the lake. And I just went there and just violently credit carded myself to get it all out, dude.
Oh god.
That was the first time. That was the first time I ever pooped in the woods. And it was such a horrible experience. But
The hand motions what got me.
but after that, like, yeah, I'm in the water and I cleaned myself, but I'm still gross. Like my hand, like I just touched crap with my
worry,
hand.
washed off in the river.
Mentally, you know what you just went through.
Yeah,
no one else
seriously,
knows.
emotionally. But
No
what-
one else.
yeah, what was crazy is there was like a lot of the people that I went camping with were by me. Like my dad was there, he was fishing, but he was out in the lake like fly fishing. And so he saw me walk in there naked, but he didn't say anything. And then I tried.
He's like, oh, he's just a young boy. He's
Yeah.
exploring himself.
No,
Did you ever talk to your dad about this and ask him what he
he
thought?
probably doesn't even remember. But
Oh.
he came out. He's like, why'd you go naked? Like, did you not have a swimsuit? And I'm like, dude, I wasn't trying to swim, man. I was trying to fish. I had to take a dump. It's just horrible. Yeah, that was my first poop in the woods
gosh.
story, dude.
Dane, is that a good story?
Yeah.
It was horrible, Dane. Emotionally scarring. But now, since that experience, I typically take toilet paper with me in a backpack when I go camping.
Oh yeah,
but it's
for
a
sure.
good
for sure.
story. It's mostly scarring, but it was a good story.
So that made me think about something.
Oh no, Cole, you got one too.
No, I don't have a story.
Oh.
It's a curiosity rather. So we've all peed underwater, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody's peed in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
You know, no.
See, I'm doxing you.
He's pooped in the pool, dude.
That's where I'm going. Is what do you think it's like to poop in a pool?
I've pooped in the Snake
Like
River.
underwater
a lot
pooping.
of bodies of water.
Yeah.
Is it really weird?
It's kind of nice. The thing is, you have to get out of there quick. It floats up.
Yeah.
And hit you.
Is it
If it's solid, it can hit
You got to make sure you poop downstream.
is it easy cleanup? Like because it's like all pretty much like it's like a,
Dude, it's
a lubricant
pretty-
for the poop.
Hey,
So
it's
there's
pretty
no
it's
poop
pretty
on your butt.
It's pretty freeing. I like it.
I bet there's no poop on your butt when
I
you're
like
done.
it. I don't know if anyone else would because they're probably like, eh.
I don't enjoy pooping in general.
pooped
So
in
whether
the
I'm in
ocean.
water or on a toilet,
like
I don't like
pooping.
pooping.
What'd you poop in the ocean? You was on a trip and you're hanging out in the ocean?
Yeah, I was out in the ocean. I was kind of far out. I'm like, dude, the thing is, the bathroom's not very close to where I
Yeah.
was. You have to like walk up a bunch of stairs. I'm like, you know what?
That would be hard for you because everybody can
Hey,
see you.
Hey,
No, I
bro.
wasn't next to anyone.
Oh, you're by yourself.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
bro,
I
you
was,
probably
I
should
was
get closer
with,
to
I
your
was with
mic.
my uncle Jordan.
Oh, gotcha.
So we were both out there, and we were swimming, and I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta go.
And he's like, hey,
Gotta
what's
get
that
closer to
floating
that.
by you? You're like,
No, he knew it. I'm like, dude, I gotta go. He's
Oh.
like, oh, I'm getting away. So he starts to swim away, and then I pull my shorts down and let it go. The thing is that you can get like cool angles. Like you can lift your legs up, or like you
Yeah,
can do
I
weird
would
angles.
imagine.
So I
Yeah.
did that. I lifted my legs up, and I just went, and then it was like really cold water, so it was kind of hard, but I just went for it, and then it pops up on top of the water. I'm like, no! Everybody run! So good thing is no one was there, so I started swimming away. dude.
dude. You're
I
like,
started
dangerous
swimming
part.
away, and he's like, dude. I'm like, dude, get away. Because it
So-
was floating around, so it could hit you.
That makes me reminds me of like the squatty potty. Have you guys ever seen the squatty potty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had one at my house.
Like
my
for little
sister
kids.
got it.
No. It's like where you can put your feet up on so you can get a better angle where you're squatting.
Yeah,
Like
So that's what it
this?
reminded me of.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, apparently that's the better way to poop.
it
Really?
is. It's better
Yeah.
for your. Yeah, it's better for your body.
That's why
Better
when
for
you
your
said that, I was like,
colon.
that would be amazing to try all different like
Yeah.
positions to poop.
Yeah.
And you're just used to the sitting down and go for it.
I remember
But squat's best.
or you don't need to squat. You probably all you do is just lift your legs up the whole time.
Well, that's hard because you're
Yeah.
putting all your weight on your bottom.
Just crunch that leg. Like,
I couldn't do it, dude. My butt would die.
have you ever pooped your pants before though? Thing.
Oh yeah. There's the
You have, and not as a baby though. It's like someone that's conscious, like what's going
yeah.
on.
Well, you see, like there's like I was
yeah,
like-
justify it. Go ahead.
I was like sometimes you're sick and you're like think you're gonna fart, but then like
oh shoot!
sometimes you just let it out.
Right.
It's like ooh, it's like gambling on a fart. You're like, oh shit. Oh, sorry.
You know what's funny?
You're like, no, you're sitting there, you're playing blackjack with your own poop. Hit me.
I dare you.
It's like, you know, the thing just like farts
You
while he's
broke it.
talking?
The house wins.
Just naturally just farts while he's talking.
Oh, yeah,
He's just talking and craps his pants. He's like, oh.
I can't hide this
Oh,
one,
I
boy.
can't hide this one.
I can't help.
I need to
I
redo.
can't help you now, Mark.
I need to
I
redo.
need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Dude, it
Gosh,
happens.
dude.
It happens to everybody. Everyone's got poop stories.
The
Especially
worst
when
part
you're-
about
I've ever
pooping your
pooped in my
pants is the
pants, though.
cleanup. I think it's even worse than pooping in the wilderness.
Dude, I don't know if
Here's
I've
the
ever
thing
pooped
about-
in my pants before.
Yeah.
I can't. If I have, I don't remember it.
Usually happens. when you're-
Shards, who? Yeah, everyone's sharded.
Yes. It usually happens when you're sick. Like you're like, oh.
Oh. So I got a
Wait,
shark
Cole, have you
story.
sharded?
We and Sky actually talked about this in our Gears 1 playthrough, I think.
Oh, okay.
We
okay.
had poop stories.
So we might as well just scrap this whole bit.
No, we may as well tell him.
Tell them
Okay,
again.
cool.
I don't
So
know.
I can tell mine. Mine's pretty quick.
I don't know if I
So,
want to tell mine.
this is
again.
back when I was
Oh,
in
know what yours
Boise.
is about.
Yeah,
Is that the
I
ones
remember.
guy?
That's the ones, eh? It's
I
the
may as
one.
Wait, does
well.
Cole know about this?
Yeah, we talked about
the
it in
whole
Gears 1.
story.
He doesn't know details.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know
That's the
people.
experience.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do know the people.
Cole, I know the whole experience.
You told me. Remember,
Wait,
because I'm
off-
editing
we'll do
the
off
video,
camera.
and I'm like, who
Off
was it?
camera.
Was it this person?
Okay,
And then he said, I'm not
off
telling you
camera.
if it's that
We'll talk about
person.
off camera.
So, this is mine. I was back in Boise. I was on the couch just sitting there watching a TV.
No.
And,
were
you
you
know-
sick?
No, I wasn't even sick.
And you're about your age now.
Oh yeah. So you know how like whenever you gotta fart, you kind of like lean over to one side and fart. I did that and it wasn't a fart, and I was like, "Well, this sucks." Then I finished the episode I was watching.
He's a savage.
I was like, "Whatever, dude. I'll clean it later."
At that point, you just didn't care.
It wasn't bad enough to like make a mess on the couch at least. So that's why I was like, "Whatever."
Oh no.
Rip camera.
Get poop on the
Battery
couch.
might be dead.
Bro, you're like a freaking animal if you get poop on the couch.
I didn't
Oh,
though. It was
Good job,
clean.
Cole.
Battery died, guys.
Sorry for the camera work, guys. Battery dead. Sky can't ever, for some reason, keep 3
Man,
batteries
talk
charged.
about some crappy
Bro, I can
stories.
go get
am I
another
right?
battery if you want.
Oh, you
Real
have more. Okay,
crappy
sorry. I just assumed
stories.
he just never have them in charge.
Wait, Cole, sorry. Where did this happen? Your previous story?
Oh,
It
back
was
in
in
my
his- it was in his
apartment.
hometown.
In my
Aw.
apartment back where I lived
Aw.
in Boise.
in his hometown
Wow.
of his apartment.
Okay.
Thane, what's your shard story? Or did you already tell yours?
He's done it
Not
more than once.
really,
He was
like-
just sick. He's
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
So yours is just general.
Thank you, Cole.
Yeah, like, never trust a fart.
that was close.
What about you, Zay? Do you got one?
He
Oh,
threw-
there's no one
Have
watching
I
the
have a
camera.
fart
that's right.
story? Or
Oh,
for
shard-
the
shard story.
for the people who
I can't
well,
really
the
think of
camera's
one.
dead. He threw a Swedish fish at me. Cole did, and it hit my face.
It wasn't in the mouth.
I've peed my pants before
All right.
Oh, really?
as
Say
like
that
an
one.
older. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever done that.
I think the last time I did it, I was probably 17 or 18.
Okay.
I was driving home from some sort of like event like that was going on at school or something, and it was a far drive. Like I was like risking it. Like I didn't want to stop on the side of the road, and it's probably like 5 or 10 minutes away from my house. So I was holding it, and I got to my house, and right as I jumped out of my truck, I had to go right away, and like I had already gone some in my pants. I got a little bit. Like when you hold it so
Yeah,
hard, like
like
you're pinching,
burns,
you're just
it
pinching,
hurts.
and like you let it go a little bit. You're like no. That's what happened. So I jumped out and I went all over the road. It was kind of dark.
Oh no.
It was dark. It was dark.
Your
It was
poor
near my
shoes.
house. Yeah, so I just went all over the road. I'm like, oh my god.
I remember one time I wanted to know what it felt like to pee your pants, so I was wearing my pants. I got in the shower and just let it go.
How old were you?
Probably like 15, maybe 14.
Oh my god.
It's experimental, aren't you?
I was experimenting.
Well, very experimental.
I was like, I'm gonna
Wait.
shower anyway.
Yeah,
Might as well
you
try
ruined
this
these
out
pair-
once.
Ruin these pair of pants.
They
yeah.
weren't ruined. I just put them in the washer. You're good.
So
What was that?
Fake
so
laugh. Call him out.
I
I'm a man.
am a man. No, I
By
remember
doing this.
I was like a little kid. I was like 4 maybe, and as
These
you
don't
know,
count.
little kids are stupid.
These
How do
don't
you
count.
remember this stuff?
And
Dang, these don't count.
I
bro.
was
Go ahead.
just at
I can't make fun
Daycare?
of you for this one.
You're
I
at
was
daycare
at-
and you peed on someone.
no, I was at this video rental place called Great American Video.
Yo, we had that. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
Was that the one with the $1 VHSs every weekend?
And the popcorn?
yeah, I think, and the
Oh
yes,
my
and the
gosh,
popcorn.
yeah.
I had the video
Yes,
games.
dude.
I remember the video games I had.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, the
cool.
video games
I got Totoro every week.
Dude, that's freaking cool.
That we all went to the same place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place was cool. I
Those
remember
are
where it
dope.
was.
Go ahead,
too.
Thane.
Anyway,
It was
so
where Kings were.
I had to
Yep.
pee really badly, and there were no there were only employee restrooms there. And like, Mom, I got pee. Like, there's no bathroom. You just gotta hold it. And so I'm just at the, just like in front of the store, and I decide just to let it go, pee all
Wait, in the
over.
store?
Yeah, in the store.
Oh,
Where'd you pee
and
at? On the floor?
yeah, on the no,
That's
like,
why they closed down. You son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
It was you.
and yeah, it's just I just pee and like I thought, oh, it's not gonna be so bad. It goes leaks all down my pants and on the floor, and my mom goes like, "What are you doing?"
I told you I gotta go, Mom. Jeez, it's not my
Oh,
fault.
You're
I
rationing
tried.
with
And I
yourself.
just
You're like,
told her-
it's not going to be that bad.
And
The
this was
4-year-old thing's like, let's weigh the
and
options.
this is when I was like old enough to know, like I was potty trained, is old enough to know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, like, oh, I got to go. But
Yeah.
it won't be that bad.
Yeah. And I
Oh
didn't
my
realize how
gosh.
bad it was. And my mom was like, why would you do this? Like, I really had to go.
And you didn't get your movie. You're picking your game.
She's like, you're grounded.
You're not getting your game,
Yeah.
boy.
Boy.
Dude, do you guys remember right there at that same spot? I thought of this the other day. There was a dollar store.
yeah.
Do you remember that dollar store was there? And like that little. I remember going in there. I'm like, dude, it's really small, but like,
It's
great.
I can't
Yep.
remember. What
I
was it
remember it
called?
very little,
Yeah.
but I do
Dollar
remember
store?
it.
Pretty
Oh.
sure. I remember the
Can't
sign and
remember.
everything.
We should tell our
Yep.
next episode. We should tell our VHS rental stories because
I've got a
I have
pee
a
story.
few.
I got a really funny pee story, but I'm gonna say that it's a hypothetical story because it's not about me. So I'm gonna say that it's just a made-up story because it's not about me. It's about somebody else.
Okay,
but
it's gonna
anyway.
be very obvious once you say it. They'll know who it is.
So no, they won't. But
It's
anyway,
me.
there's a relative I have that he was a scoutmaster and he took a bunch of scouts camping. They did like a week-long scout trip. And then on their way back, there was like 8 guys in a van. So like, you know, in like an expedition, you got 3 seats in the very back, then 3 in the middle, and then the 2 up front.
An SUV.
Yeah.
It's an SUV.
Or expedition, SUV, whatever. They're all the same.
Not
Expedition's
really.
a-
So there's
model.
it's 3.
Yeah,
there's
SUV's
3,
just the general
6.
build.
Okay, SUV. So there's
Okay.
3, 6, and then 7, 8. There's 8 people in this one car, and then there's like 6 kids in the back.
Oh,
And in
no
the
one
very
told me
back,
this.
there was 3 kids sitting there, and one of the kids in the I think he was in the middle. He fell asleep, and they're driving and they're almost home, and then one of the kids,
no.
one of the kids
The
sitting
one
next
that's
to the
asleep?
dude. No, one of the kids, one of the kids sitting next to the dude in the middle.
You can't finish it.
He's like, I guess he like looked down and
Oh, gross.
he's like, he's like, why's my side wet?
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
His whole right side is just freaking soaked, dude. And they couldn't figure out what it was. The kid in the middle peed while he was asleep. They're like 16, 17-year-old kids, dude. And so the dude in the middle, he freaking peed on the guy.
You laugh.
oh my god.
He peed on both the guys.
This guy is dying, dude.
He peed on both of I remember when
The reaction after is the best, though.
yeah, when
Having
this
that become
individual
funny.
was telling me this, he was so pissed. He's like, "Dude, you're freaking 16 and you're peeing in my car." Like peed all over his seat in the back. Oh, this is great. But
Wow.
when I first was told that story, I was laughing so hard when the kid's like, "Dude, why is my jacket wet? Why is my leg wet?"
But didn't the kid deny it though? He's like,
Oh,
no.
yeah, he did.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
why does it smell so weird? In
Yeah,
here? Someone says, why does it smell
Yeah,
so
why does it
weird?
smell so- There's a lot of details I don't remember, but okay, but you saying that he's like, "Why does it smell so weird in here?" The kid peed, dude, and then he just denied
flat
it.
out denies
But
it.
they said his whole freaking, you could tell he peed. His pants were just soaked. It's like, ugh, dude, shame on you. And I guess the kid's excuse is, well, I was asleep and peed. What? You need to work on yourself, my friend.
Yeah.
Dude, the thing is I was with that guy in the same boat for the longest time.
You peed in
I
your
used
sleep?
to pee. Yeah, I used to pee when I was asleep all the time.
Did you have to wear like the pull-ups?
No, I never did that.
You
No,
just-
no, no,
you
no.
just ruined your sheets.
I just lived with it. I'm like a pet. Like when they poop or something or pee in the house, you shove their nose in it or whatever.
You did it to yourself?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I just gotta accept this. I gotta be better. I don't know, how do you be better though? I go pee before bed, like you go to sleep, but you still, I don't know.
I don't know.
It was
I-
a long issue with me,
I
but
know I used to do it a lot when I was younger.
I got
Yeah.
over it. I got over it. By the
I
time
used
I
to
was
do
in
it
my teens.
too. It was sad.
You
know,
did it too?
There was a
Yeah.
like,
See, told
It was
you.
always sucky when you did it too, because it's like
Yeah.
you had to go tell your mom. She had to clean your sheets for you. You felt like a piece of crap because like, man, I can't take care of myself.
It
I'm
was-
freaking 8 years old already, and I can't take care of
I
myself.
can't
Eight.
not pee the bed.
8, yeah, 8.
It was
I think I was 8. I don't remember. I might have been younger. You were older.
it was a school insult when it's like, "Hey, bedwetter," you know, remember that?
Yeah.
But
I don't
dude,
think anyone ever called
look
me
up
that.
look up characteristics of serial killers, and that's one of the characteristics is bedwetting.
Bedwetters?
Really?
Oh, is that
Wow.
why
Not
on the
even
podcast
kidding.
video that's what you are?
Are you the serial killer?
That makes
Mhm.
sense. Maybe that's what it is, dude. That's bedwetting is seriously characteristic of serial killers.
That's
Wow.
really
Creepy.
strange.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they feel like they can't take care of themselves, so they want to get rid of the people that can take care of themselves, makes them feel bad.
I guess.
We should have an episode where we diagnose
Serial
mental,
killers.
yeah, mental
Psychoanalysis.
disorders.
All right. Well, let's just make sure that we don't care.
Yeah.
About what?
No empathy.
I don't know.
Not
Isn't like mental
empathetic.
illness like a touchy subject that YouTube doesn't like people talking about?
Yeah.
Or we're just talking
Yeah.
about, if we just talk about serial killers, like just analyze their lives and maybe see what their upbringing was
I don't
like.
know. Like, it's pretty much a roulette game. What will
Yeah.
YouTube demonetize me for today?
I think you'd say it's a roulette for like what people are gonna become serial killers.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
yeah. It definitely
sometimes-
is. That's with anything though.
Like sometimes they got one of like the best home lives ever. Like there's nothing wrong with them. They
Mhm.
just decided to do it one day or something.
Yeah, and then sometimes they have
Mhm.
like a horrible home life, like it's everything goes against
Yeah,
them, but
like
then they end up being
abused.
like an amazing person
Yeah,
that does
exactly.
like tons
Yeah.
of things with their lives. So I mean, it's just
that
it's weird how it
I
works.
remember there's a book called like A Child Named It, and like it's just this guy, he wrote about his horrible experiences with his abusive mother, and he became a national like a best-selling author.
Dude, that was Nikki Sixx's whole life. Nikki Sixx had probably one of the worst upbringings ever. His mom was abusive. She was a drug addict. His dad left. He had a bunch of
He's
stepdads
talking
that were
about
dicks.
what Motley Crue.
Yeah, the
He's talking
bass
yeah,
guitarist for
he's,
Motley Crue.
Yeah, for the band, the '80s band Motley Crue.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he's a really sweet guy, dude. Like if you go listen to interviews with him, and he's like he was really addicted to heroin.
Cole, stop playing Pokemon Go.
He's real addicted to heroin growing up. Like
No.
well, I shouldn't say growing up, in his like teens to 20s.
He dabbled
30s.
in it, and he got hooked.
Yeah, got super hooked, and now he's like an advocate against it. He's been sober for years, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's weird how that works. You can have a horrible life on upbringing and become a really good person.
Or other way around too.
Yeah.
Usually the people who are addicted on drugs are like the most advocate against it.
Well,
Think
'cause
about
they've-
it, yeah.
they've been
Because they've
through
been through
hell.
it, yeah.
I think we should do that for an episode
I-
though. Is
but-
like look at a bunch of like famous or like big people that we look up to, or like people that have.
Just analyze their
been-
lives.
Yeah. I think so. I think it'd be
As
cool.
long
I'm
as none
down.
of us look up to Ted Bundy, I'm okay.
Maybe that's what we could do. Maybe
Cool,
two
but
of us.
Zac Efron's good looking.
He looks like me.
Maybe we could do 2 episodes. We could do an episode where we each one of
I
us
love Zac.
researched like somebody that had. I don't know. Maybe each one of us could research like serial killers, and then do another episode where we research like one of our favorite whoever's that had a horrible upbringing. and then made it.
Compare them, maybe.
That'd
Not
be cool.
Compare 'em, but see side by side.
I
just
guess
to see.
I bet we could do all that in one episode. Do you think?
I don't
Why
know
not?
a lot of people that had horrible upbringings that became like really cool though. That like I guess quote unquote look up to or know a lot about.
Dude, a lot of musicians and a lot of actors, a lot of celebrities.
Eminem.
A lot of
Logic.
creative. Yeah, there's a lot of creative.
A lot of hip hop artists probably.
I don't listen to hip
But
hop.
I think just any. You can go to any genre.
Yeah,
though. You
pretty
can find
much.
anyone.
Okay.
But that is for another day, everybody, because we're at the end of our podcast.
Welcome to the end of the Radcats Talking Rad podcast.
We're gonna go blend up some meats right now and then drink
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Ew.
I hope you guys enjoyed our
Protein.
poop stories and pee stories, because
That's-
that's what we
basically what
talked
this episode
about.
was.
That's the content.
I kind of feel bad that I shaped the way this episode was after I told my story.
Don't feel bad.
Like-
No, Cole was shaped like your poop. It was solid at first and then just became a shit show.
Yeah.
Nice. That's it. We'll see you all next week on Talking Rad. Keep
Yeah.
it rad.
Keep it rad.
And stay
We should plug all of our stuff thing real quick.
Stay in school,
Twitter.
kids.
Twitter.com/radcats.
Yeah.
Right?
If you guys want to see clips of our gameplay that are funny, or if you want to see clips of what we do every day, go hit up our Twitter and Instagram. It's kind of a cool place. We're about to hit 700 followers or 800 on Instagram.
Something like that.
I think it's 800.
I haven't checked in a while. I don't really go on Instagram.
But yeah, go hit us up on our social media. Give us a follow. We appreciate it. If you're listening on SoundCloud, thank you. We appreciate you. If you want to watch it on YouTube and see the video version, go check us out at youtube.com/radcats. If you're watching on YouTube and want to listen on the go check out soundcloud.com/radcats.
If you don't want to do neither, then
Go suck a
Yeah. Whoa.
a good one though, like a solid one that's
Like
nice.
a Swedish fish one.
Yeah.
And
Swedish fish. A Swedish
And as
fish
always-
stick. It's sweet. It's a fish
and
stick.
remember.
A Swedish fish stick.
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's sour.
Wow.
It has a good
And
punch.
remember to keep it.
It's only salty when the fish is happy.
Oh, no.
Cut that one out,
Wow.
Sky. Cut it out.
I'm
Keep
gonna
it
leave
rad.
in.
Good night, everybody. Woo!
Penis.